What makes a generic video essay intro? Well, Google says I should use a rhetorical question. So, what makes an anime truly great? Many people might say it's really good animation, or meticulous storytelling, or lovable characters, and I agree. Fluid animation, good storytelling, and lovable characters do make very good anime, and I really wouldn't blame someone if they decided to rate anime based on these metrics. But I think what makes a truly great anime is one that makes a timeless experience. Recently, a truly great anime ended, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna start with the animation, we'll talk about some favorite moments, and then we'll talk about this idea of a timeless experience. You guys remember the Mob Mogami fight? It was the one where Mob had to go in some girl's head and then fight the cynical psychic, and then he got super abused, like really abused, and then he went insane and got a glow up. I just realized that was a really dumb question. Everyone knows this fight. You know why? Because it was fucking awesome. You got Mob and this giant conglomerate of negative emotions duking it out in this desolate wasteland, with Mogami hitting Mob with his giant fist, and then Mob stopping it with a shield, and then it sends a shockwave that just decimates the nearby terrain with its destructive force. And then they just start duking it out as like humans. And then Mob just goes, positive mode, boom! Bop, 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 bop. Pause. Sorry, I had to stop myself before I start making more random noises. I feel like people don't truly understand the amount of effort that was put into animating some of the scenes in Mob Psycho. Take a look at this clip. So that was about 5 seconds or so, right? But put this in an editing program and, well, this fight has hundreds of frames. Fun fact, Mob Psycho is hand-drawn, like traditional animation. Some poor editing team had to draw hundreds of pretty much the same images for this scene, and this isn't even the entire fight. What the fuck? What I'm trying to say is animation is hard, especially when it's traditional. I look at studios today who use modern day animation and they do stuff like this. Like, what am I looking at? I would rant about this more, but we need to get back on track. Mob Psycho's animation is just really charming. With it being hand-drawn, you can see a lot of the love that was put into some of the scenes, transforming static manga panels into something fluid and visceral. You see this animation in some very memorable scenes. Remember when Shigeo had a girlfriend for one day? Or when Reagan did his stupid-ass special moves? Or when Mob gave his blunt but wise talks to his enemies? Mob Psycho has had many great moments. The story was just phenomenal, giving this simple, childlike charm with its goofy-ass characters, but also not being afraid to have complex adult lessons. Take Reagan, for example. You laugh at his jokes, he had a thing with Sans, he's a con man, and him pretending to be something that he's not is hilarious. But the fact that Reagan is who he is makes him a lot like Mob, and the fact that they have to hide who they truly are. The mangaka One, in an interview, actually said he relates to Shigeo, and the fact that as a child, he also felt like he couldn't express himself due to, you know, Japanese expectations. Mob Psycho, at the end of the day, is a story about being yourself. It's a tale about a boy growing up and learning that you shouldn't be afraid of hiding who you truly are. It's a personal story, not only for the mangaka, but I think for a lot of us. I think all of us can think of a time where we play this face, whether it's in high school or with new people in general. I mean, I certainly can. And to bring it back to this idea of a timeless experience. Look, I've watched a lot of anime over the years. Some really good, and some really bad, and some kind of illegal. But not many anime are able to make this scene so grand through either its animation, storyline, or characters that immerse me to the point where I'm thinking about them even after it's all ended. Do you guys remember when you first rode your bike or had your first birthday? It's this moment in your life that is truly special to the point where you can never seem to forget about it. And for something like an anime to create a moment that's like that really makes it something magical. And watching through Mob Psycho, being entranced by its magnificent effort-ridden animation, enjoying and relating to its story as well as its lovable characters, I think me and a lot of people can definitively say that Mob Psycho was something that was truly a timeless experience.